going on, everybody? It is I, Tommy Fresh, your fresh lord, as they say, the host of the Budrush Bellow. This is the Budrush Bellow. It's the live podcast that we do here on the Fresh and Buds YouTube channel, and it is a great, fun, silly time for all of you new listeners, watchers, and chatters. We are joined, as always, by my co-host, Gary, aka Mr. Viz. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tom. Me? How's it going? How you doing? Having a good week? Having a good week?
Busy week. It's been non-stop. It's been
non-stop.
Pretty
like
crazy.
Hamilton?
Like, what?
Like Hamilton, you know?
The musical?
Yeah, there's like that song where he's like, non-stop, and he's like writing a bunch of essays because some guy got sick.
I missed that one.
John Jay, I think it was. I don't know.
John Jay? John...
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I never watched Hamilton, never listened to the music, but I'm sure it was historically accurate.
Yes.
And that's all we care about here at the Budrush Bellow. Hope everybody's doing pretty well out there in the flesh and blood world. We got the real JP and Darth Prentice in the chat hanging out. I love to see it. And it is going to be a fun show. We got a bunch of cool stuff going on. We have a Kraken pack. It's back after a little bit of a hiatus last week because I just forgot to buy them. But I did buy some from Comic Fusion in Flemington, New Jersey. And we're going to be cracking those. Hopefully my first Fabled.
Today's the day.
Today's the day to crack my loot box. For those who paid attention to Twitter today, we won't get too much into that. But we also have Scabskin moment of the week, as always. We have some stuff to talk about with Dust Till Dawn. We got some spicy little stuff. We got some spicy stuff going on, right?
Ooh,
like
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Gary's been really annoying about it basically since since it happened. I just saw we'll get to it, but I just saw what those cards were and I was like, oh, here we go.
This freaking guy again.
And then we have something that I teased on Twitter. We're going to do a draft. We're going to figure out who's the best mic because for those who don't know, there's quite a few mics at the top of the leaderboards in Flesh and Blood. So we're going to take a look at that. And then if we have time, we're going to check out a little bit of an updated blitz list from Gary. So with some further ados, check out the Patreon, which you can find in the link tree. Check out the Buds Discord. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube. We're getting close to 500 subscribers. Pretty stoked for it. And check out the Twitter as well. Our Twitters, we're going to shout them out at the end. They're below us right now. But we, a lot of fun things going on. And but now, without much further ado.
Any more ado? Or are you just trying to...
No more ado. I don't think there's any more ado. But
right. No more ado until we say adieu.
But, hey.
Hey.
I love Spanish. And we are going to have a good time because we're going to do a Kraken pack. So, Gary, do you want to roll a die?
Yeah, give me 1 second to get us all squared up here.
Yeah, get squared, dude.
Yeah, so today we got the Soul Shackle playmat in honor of our new Shadow Runeblade. We're going to be maybe cracking these Seeker's Mitts if we need to.
Okay.
Let's see if we need to roll some action points for Scabskin. Oh,
we're eating good, buds.
We're eating good.
We're
cracking,
good.
right? We're cracking, right?
No, we're not cracking. Dang. Gosh,
right.
Dang it. All right. Oh, look at that. Boom, boom.
Boom. Switching it up.
Somebody told me my tattoo was stupid today.
Wow. Are they allergic to fish?
No, they just hate me. Anyway, we got 3 packs. We're going to open all 3 for you all right now. And guess what?
What?
I think there's a Fabled in there.
Oh, I think there's a Marvel.
This was a little beat to crap. Hey, I mean that one does not. That does not.
Hell. I think hell's okay.
Beat the hell. Beat the something.
Beat to hell.
Yeah, we gotta. Hey, listen, we can't be saying any crazy words like hell. It's gonna hurt the algorithm. All right.
I hope he's eating.
Cut down the size. That's what I did recently with my hair.
You got the chop.
Got the chop. Like cut down the size, especially red. 2 for $6. Come on, what is this? What is this, Reinar? Yellow Seek Horizon, man. How about we seek a different horizon? All right, the jokes are flowing today.
Man, this is my least favorite part of the season, where you start. We stop thinking about every card individually. We just think about them as a joke.
Yeah, everything's a joke to me because that's my defense mechanism. Ravenous Rabble. Shout out to the Ravenous Babble, a nice New Jersey-based content creator. If you're out there listening, we know you are.
Question to the Ravenous Babble.
Sure.
Thoughts on the Yellow Babble? I mean, Yellow Rabble. I mean, I feel like obviously constructed, you're not playing it, but like limited. I mean, pretty good, right?
I mean, my thoughts are it is good in Riptide if you stayed away from blues, right?
Azalea too.
Yeah, I think so. Azalea's okay, right? Like I think you still want the red, but
yeah,
it's basically just giving you information,
right?
Yeah.
And that sometimes you need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Blue Surging Strike, something I wouldn't hate grabbing.
Oh yeah.
Red Infecting Shot. We're just a bunch of We're arrow simps.
Oh yeah.
In this set. Patrick Shaw says Yellow Rabble is using Azuri a bit. Pat?
We asked the Ravenous Babble podcast.
Nobody asked you.
Not the Off the Rails podcast. Like
that's a joke.
I don't know.
Happy to have you here, Pat. Blue Head Jab. Kadachi's. Bad. Yellow Withering Shot. Totally fine.
Ooh, totally fine.
I want to see some pumps, though. I want to see some pumps. Blue Prowl. Good Missouri. 1-2 punch. Yeah. It's all right.
It's all right.
If it was yellow or blue,
yeah,
I really like it.
I love Hurl.
Hurl is great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hurl. That was unnecessary.
So good it makes me want to hurl.
Yeah. Hurl's great. So is Wreck Havoc red. That's a
it's a great one.
Spicy card.
Oh, did I see a cold foil back there?
Was there a cold foil?
I saw something. Maybe I'm just seeing equipment.
Yeah, well, let's relax, Gary. You're gonna make me get excited. Backstab's totally fine. Pocket Snake, aka Spring Load.
Pocket Sand, baby.
Whatever. No cold foil. Wayfinder's Crest.
Infecting Shot, right? Just an early force or a Wreck Havoc. Which one?
I think Wreck Havoc, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so tough. Yeah, I think Wreck Havoc is a lot of upside because I think it just gets played in almost anything, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. That's the right call. Yeah, I mean, cut down to size is really great too, especially in Azuri. But you know, you get to hit those D reacts against Rangers and Assassins. So let's save the beat up pack for last. Let's.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Because we want to, the one that's beat to hell.
Beat the heck.
Beat the heck.
Yellow Destructive Deliberation.
I love that card.
I don't. The red is great. The yellow's fine, and I don't think we need to do much deliberating beyond that. Blue Ravenous Rebel is basically a Kadachi card. Only. Hey everybody. Freewheeling Renegade red. I like that card. Card bit. I'm playing it in Levia right now. Not right now. I'm on a podcast right now, but when I play card games. Feisty Locals blue, Kadachi fodder.
Yeah.
Backheel kick. Certainly fine. You don't want to start with it, right? You don't want to start with the end of a combo chain.
No. You gotta get the middle first.
Murkmire Null is totally fine. Yellow's
Ooh,
fine. Infect blue
I'm
is
taking
great.
the blue infect over any of these. This pile right here.
Yeah, head jab yellow, whatever. We do have a red skybound shot, but I think the upside's still a little bit higher on the infect.
Yeah.
Funny
Oh,
enough,
short and sharps. Love that card.
yeah, this is a fun card. I don't think I want it right away. Ooh, dishonor.
Mm. It would be pretty dishonorable to take that card.
Yeah, you want to wield that, right?
Yeah.
And then hope you. This is a fat pack. I feel like.
Yeah. This is a hard one to take from.
Yeah. Yeah. Humble blue, whatever. It's fine. Sneak attack blue. Another just fine card.
Fine. Yeah.
Seeker's hood.
I'm still big on the infect.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be.
Can I tell you a hot take about one of the cards in the pack there?
Yeah,
That
what?
short and sharp. I
Yeah.
like the yellow short and sharp much better.
Yeah, me too. Actually.
You do? Okay. Because you get to pitch it early and then you get it later.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the red one's certainly fine, right?
Oh yeah.
But you're so limited into like you can't really play short and you can play short and sharp in Arachne, but you really want a lot of red,
Right.
stealth cards. So, yeah. But no, I think you're, I think you're pretty on point with that assessment there, G Sauce. All right, the beat up one. I swear to God, this beat up one is a fabled, and my first fable's beat up. It's gonna make a lot of sense. Like things are gonna really come together. Calling the fable, hey, real JP. I hope you're right.
Is it a cold foil pack? Let's see.
Oh, peace of mind, yellow. I'll give you a peace of mind. We're not taking that one. Feisty locals red, totally good and fine. Brush off blue. How about
Not as good as the red or yellow.
we're gonna brush that one off. Pocket snake. Good, but not better than Razor's Edge. I'll tell you that.
Not a red. Yeah, not better than Razor's Edge.
I'll tell you that for free. I'll tell you about that. How about that?
I'll tell you that for $1.50.
Be Like Water is good.
Oh, it's very good, yeah.
Not better than that, but Skybound Shot, good.
You like Skybound Shot?
I mean, it's just a beefy arrow. I mean, I'm not in love with it, but it is a red arrow. Comes in for 6. It's decent. Wither, yellow.
You love 6. You love to see 6.
I do. Oh, Surging Strike red.
Beautiful.
I think you gotta take that and hope it works out. Like I really think the Surging Strike lines are that good in this set.
All right, well, keep the Razor's Edge for me because
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing with Ninja. So
Virulent Touch blue.
Mm.
It's fine. Cyclone Roundhouse. So, if Spinning Wheel Kick was the last attack this combat chain, this has at the beginning of the reaction step banish a random defending card from each chain link.
Not what we want, right? Majestic though.
It is majestic, which is nice to see. Sneak Attack blue, we already saw that, and Lace with Frailty.
Taking that.
I think so.
We're taking that all day.
Seeker's Gillet. We'll figure it out by the time the next set comes out. It's fine, and no Cofoil.
Oof.
That's okay. Two Majestics.
At least it's not beat up.
Yeah, this really is a loot box. What the heck? No, I'm kidding. I don't believe that. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't fault anyone for taking the Surging Strike, the Razor's Edge, or the Lace of Frailty there. I think the Surging
Strike, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Surging Strike is like the ballsiest move, right? You're like, I'm hoping this one works out, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess like Lace with Frailty too, but you do have, I feel like Ranger early is good, right? because you can really solidify. You can start cutting the arrows and stuff like that. And then Razor's Edge is just like the safest bet. So
it's a safe bet, and I mean, yeah, you gotta, depending on the pack, obviously. But if you wanna go ninja, take the Surging Strike.
yeah, and that's our story. We're sticking to it. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that for free.
I'll tell you that for free. I'm telling a lot of things for free. That was fun. It was good. It was good to crack 3 packs. I'm not gonna lie. It felt good.
Yeah. A lot of action points.
It's a lot of action points. Now, do you have a Scabskin moment of the week? We've since, kind of transferred this segment into variants happen in our lives, right? Or it could happen in the games, but do you have anything?
I don't, off the top of my head, I would say that the best thing that happened to me this week, if I'm thinking rolling high, we got air conditioning.
That's huge.
That's huge. It was they were in and out in like a day. I'm all done. Like a few hours, I'm all done. We got it cool in here. We were hot. Now it's cool. I feel like I'm rolling hot this week just from having air conditioning. So I'm rolling cool.
Okay. All right.
Big upgrade.
I rolled low.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1, buds. It happens in life. So on Fridays, myself and Lady Fresh try to do like a date night, right? Because, busy bees. It's good to spend some time with your loved ones. So we go out to dinner. We try a new spot. And the waiter was very nice, but he said he's not normally a waiter. He's normally a bartender. And I'm like, oh, whatever. No worries. Take your time. Cool. And I'm like, can I get a dirty martini? And he says, absolutely. I'm going to make it for you. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, I'm a mixologist. This would be great. And I put a lot of trust in this person, and comes with the martini. It looks oily. And for those who don't know, a dirty martini is typically vodka or gin with olive juice and some vermouth. So the olive juice that he used was oil from like a blue cheese olive, because you have to store blue cheese olives because it's cheese in oil, not the brine. So he just put a ton of oil in this drink. It was like a little bit of gin and like a ton of oil. And I'm not smart, Gary.
Okay.
And I'm also like, I have this thing where I don't like to complain because I can make anything work. I just can. And I drank that whole thing. And the food was fine. It was totally, serviceable. But towards the end of the meal, I was like not feeling good at all.
Oh no!
And I had one drink. It wasn't like I was feeling like I overdid it. And we start walking back to the car, and I look to Lady Fresh. I'm like, because we were gonna maybe go get go to a bar and grab a cocktail before we headed home. I was like, we gotta go home now. Because
oh no.
And it's not even like, it wasn't even that kind of like, issue, because I have those issues all the time. This was like, we got home, we have where you walk in, there is a bathroom, and then you go upstairs or whatever, and I said, you go upstairs, I'm going into this bathroom, and I am hurling. And I did. Hey, hurl. We opened that before. So I for the first time in a long time, my body rejected food and or drink because and like I don't know what I was thinking. And I see everybody in chat, saying they wouldn't have touched that. That sounds disgusting. I'm braver than they are. I don't know if it's bravery. I think it's I don't know. I did not poop my pants, Craig. I did. I almost did that 2 days ago. If you guys want to hear that story, I woke up, headed to
Patreon exclusive.
Patreon exclusive. Actually, yeah, I'll be on the Patreon because we don't have packs. So I'm going to talk about my bowel movements. So that's the Scabskin moment of the week.
Talk about your crack.
Talk about my crack. Yeah, we're cracking some packs, all right. But yeah, anyway, what are you
rolling much lower than I am?
Yeah. I think I have done it to myself. So it actually felt like an authentic Scabskin moment because like sometimes you just roll low in life in general.
Yeah.
When you roll low with a Scabskin, you put yourself in that situation because you decide to play brute. I put myself in that situation to roll low, and I didn't speak up, and I paid for it. So anyway, don't drink olive oil.
Well, actually, drinking olive oil is on trend.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kaz in chat says we've all pooped our pants 1 to 7 times
this week. Because it depends.
1 to 7 times. It's it's a 7-sided dice. Whatever you roll, that's how many times you've pooped your pants. Anyway, all right, let's talk about some flesh and blood. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right, so Dusk Till Dawn's coming out July.
Yep.
We're all very excited about it. We're getting a new Shadow Runeblade, Vincent. We are getting Prism again. Whatever. And can we drink A1 steak sauce? I mean, I could drink A1 steak sauce.
You can drink it if you want.
Can we? You could drink whatever you... I think it's great to drink condiments. There have been times when I just... the rest of my blue cheese...
You needed a little chaser?
Not even a thought in my mind. I was like, you. We're gonna get to the flesh and blood, but there is a time. Last time, oh my God, Craig in a Wendy's. Don't eat the chili. But anyway. What was I saying? Oh no. When I there is a time when you have a cup of blue cheese or any kind of condiment and whatever you're dipping into it is gone and you have lot of condiment left. Sometimes you're just like, I don't want to waste any of this. So you just and sometimes I like chunky blue cheese, so it's not really something you kind of you got a little bit
of a scoop and chew, you know?
Scoop and chew.
Like a bit of dip.
Yeah. If we named these episodes, Scoop and Chew would have been the name of this one. But anyway,
Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn, very exciting. I think it's going to be a great summer for the buds. Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to be eating good with some shadow stuff. Ooh, and the light buds are going to have something, and hopefully they print a new trap for Riptide. And
or mech cards.
Mech cards.
We need more mech cards, man. Just
yeah, sure. We'll get the mix.
Yeah.
Anyway, so boom. Here is, if anybody, I hope everybody can see this, but make it a little bit bigger here. This is the June Armory kit. So we have 2 posters that looks like some kind of Vincent in some kind of armor, some kind of things going on. Thank you, Real JP. See, this is a bud that gets it. We have, is that a post? No, that's not a poster.
Playmat. The playmats.
The playmat. So you get the really cool, what do you call it?
Stained glass.
Stained glass. What's up, Stephen Cookies? How you doing? Ready for some more cookies with cookies? That's for sure.
Cookies with cookies.
And we have and then some really spooky looking People's Champion playmat, which which we don't even know what that's about, but it is certainly
It's
spooky.
so spooky. And I'm gonna get ahead of it.
Sure.
I don't know what it says. The arcane language is not above the little demon's head. It looks some sort of mix between Greek and something else. So, gonna explore it later more. But before people ask, I don't know what it says.
I don't. I don't know either. Snickerdoodle, yes, Steven.
Yes.
So let's bring up the. Oh no, this is the wrong thing. Boom.
Ooh.
Let's bring up that. Is that can everybody see that?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
So. Oh yeah. So this is the flail. Now
Of agony.
Of agony. So for those who don't know, there is another flail in the game. It's called Hexagore. It's 2 for 6. It's basically the best rate on a weapon that we have, ever. And it's.
I mean, Dawnblade 1 for 3, right? Or Rosetta Thorn 1 for 4. But I mean, you can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Whatever. But anyway, Hexagore is awesome. So before I let Gary talk about this, because I know he has a lot of thoughts. Flail of Agony is Vincent specialization. Once per turn action, you can pay 1 life to attack. It has 1 attack. It is a one-handed flail, so you can play 2. I don't know if that's going to be what they want you to do, but maybe if Vincent somehow gives your next weapon attack go again, I could see possibly that, because that's what Chain did, right? And there's obviously a reason this is a specialization, so we gotta figure out why, and it'll all come to light when we get the actual hero card. And DM, I mean, I know that, so Steven says Hexagore is fire, yet this is cooler. I don't know if it's cooler, but I know a lot of people are gonna think it's cool. That's okay. I like things that hurt yourself more than 1 per turn. But anyway,
like you said, if it had go again, you could play 2 and hurt yourself twice a turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I like that they gave Shadow Runeblade a flail, and my reason is also I didn't mention when this hits, create a rune chant token, and that's going to come into play here in a second. I like that we get this flail because Shadow Brute already has a flail, right? Hexagore, we've already established that. This opens up some really cool possible designs for Shadow just caring about flails, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I even posted it in the Buds Discord. I was like, Shadow handpiece. Arm piece, sorry. It says whatever. It says it just buffs the flail. A flail. That's all it does. It blocks and buffs the flail. Maybe the first flail you attack with this turn gains go again. That'd be pretty sweet, right? Because then you can start with your Hexagore and then turn up Blood Debt with something else. Now, I know the wheels are turning a little crazy because just giving Hexagore go again is not that good. Come on, guys.
Okay. I don't think the arms are going to be giving action points, but
oh yeah, that makes sense. The feet or something, but arms would buff them, right? So maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Arms would
making
buff.
this attack for 2.
Yeah. So.
Or Hexagore attacking for 7.
Hexagore for 7 is right there. It really is right there. So that's why I'm excited for this card. You have the floor, Gary.
Okay. Well, one word. I'm going to say one word, and then I'm going to say more words. But the first word I'm going to say is Shiana. And I know that Dr. Cookus in the chat is very excited for Shiana. Because this, my friends, my buds, my country people, this is the first weapon that's not Talishar that Shiana gets to play. Woo! Woo! It's amazing because Talishar destroys itself over the course of a battle, and this weapon just destroys Shiana over the course of a battle. So look at that. It's great. No, I mean, I love this weapon. I think it's fantastic that it lets you attack for free. Yeah. What is life but a resource, you know. So being able to attack with no cards in hand is actually really great. Like the fact that you could block 12 or block even more with a bunch of defense reactions and still be able to swing is fantastic. I mean, at the cost of 1 life, you're presenting 2 damage technically, because if they don't block it, you're making a rune chant for next turn. And you know, if you attack a dragon, you kill the dragon, and then you make a rune chant.
It's pretty good.
All right, it's like pretty good it's like very good into Dromai. Like you would almost want to attack every dragon with this, because you get to hit it, make a rune chant. Sure, you lose a life, but that dragon was going to attack you anyway.
Yeah.
Alternatively, attacking for 1 is a pain in the ass, because what is the opponent going to do about that? They're going to block with a card or block with a piece of equipment. So you've paid 1 life to take an opponent's card, and to prevent 2 damage from them. It's a nasty, really annoying card. And you don't have to have a single card in hand to use it, which is just kind of scary. If you think about, you know, the defensive decks like, you know, OTK Viscerai or the OTK Chain deck, that's not really a real deck, but it's a great deck. They want to block and they want to have, you know, they want to be able to pop off at some point, right? Having this weapon that says, okay, I'm just going to pay 1 life, I'll block out that last turn, I'm just going to attack you for 30 rune chants and no cards in hand, right here on the table. I'm so excited for this. I can't wait. You know, we get to play Arcane Lantern with this. We get to play Ornate Tessin.
Shout out to Jim.
Because of Jim, yeah. Jim, but like Ornate Tessin's actually not a bad card. Like,
yeah,
the concept of, you know, using it to avoid pummels and that kind of thing is actually really cool. And so yeah, I don't know. I think this is a great weapon. Happy for Shiana. Really happy for Vincent. Can't wait to try it out. Just the attacking with no cards in hand, really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have a question from Real JP who says, "What's to stopping people from playing Rosetta Thorn with Vincent?" Now, nothing. First of all, because
40 points in constructed, but
40,
you know.
So, but like also, yeah, 40, yeah, in Living Legend, but it is. We don't know what Vincent does. I think it's basically it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vincent could be, and I doubt that this is wholly true, but it could be
unwholly true.
Unwholly true. It could be it could be counterintuitive to play Rosetta Thorn with Vincent. We don't know, but I think Flail of Agony being a Vincent specialization gives us a huge clue as to what Vincent wants to do. So it's very.
Also, I do want to point out how this kind of works with Looming Doom, right? Like if you're presenting 2 damage off of a Looming Doom every turn with Flail of Agony, you're presenting 4 damage basically off of no cards in hand.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Right? Like, and it's all being presented very awkwardly.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, I think this is, it's funny enough. Now, Bryn is in chat. She says, "I love Vincent. She's my wife. Very happy for you both." And DM also said the same thing. Like, empty hand swing is so huge. But, you know, I think it was like maybe 10, 15 episodes ago where I was talking about when Looming Doom was spoiled. Like, I was talking about this, what you're saying, like the slow grinding. Now, I thought that the scythe was going to be the reason it was good, but it sounds like Flail of Agony might just make more sense.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, being able to play like an Arcane Lantern and a bunch of blues and might actually help the Wizard matchup for some sort of slower deck, just because like giving Wizard some time to set up. I feel like this is the kind of deck that wouldn't want to play Carrying Husk. You know, because it would be such a long deck, a long game where you have that blood debt in your arsenal that you'd probably not want to spend that life on it, but you would want to play like Tunic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love you too, Bryn. Good to see you. Like having a Tunic to be able to play like a Blessings of the Occult, or being able to play an Oasis, that kind of thing. This could be a really interesting, like, grindy control deck. Really excited for it. Sorry, didn't mean it. I just was
No,
thinking.
no. I mean, I agree. I agree. Now let me see if I can get the other card up here. Oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. Let's open this bad boy in a browser. We
In the
have,
browser, we got it.
and it is not fit correctly. There we go. So this is, what the heck is this card called? Van Tom Banshee. Cost
Wait,
3.
Van Tommy Fresh?
Van Tommy Fresh Banshee. Oh my god. Looks like me too. So this is the red. It comes in all 3 colors. It costs 3. The red attacks for 7, and then 6 and 5. And it blocks for 3. It has blood debt. One of my favorite keywords. I just love dealing damage to myself. And it has a new keyword called Rune Gate. If you control rune chance equal to or greater than Van Tom Banshee's resource cost, you may play it from your banish zone without paying its resource cost. So this card's very cool. First of all, popper. Love to see some poppers. And oh my god, sorry, this is a little bit of an aside. Yeah, it's my next cosplay, the Van Tommy Fresh Banshee. That might be. Now I just joined the cosplay Discord, and I'm getting like tips because like I'm getting ready for the Leviathan thing. But Van Tom Banshee, you can see it. But this is a total aside. I know it's basically brute, but I want to build a deck that's all poppers and just call it jalapeno popper. But let's bring it back.
RuneBlade's got a lot of good poppers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they got some great poppers. So the thing to note here, it does not. If you had 2 rune chance, you cannot play it from your banish zone. You need to have the amount of rune chance, right, to open the gate. Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the key master. But and a lot of people are saying this is essentially 0 for 10 out of your banish zone. And I'm gonna let you speak to that. I think it's gonna be a little bit harder than just that, right? This is not for Viscerai, right? It's a Shadow Runeblade card. And we also don't know how Vincent gets cards into the banish zone, right? Levia banished from graveyard. Chain had Soul Shackles. Now, something that's very interesting is Shadow of Ursa is a great way to get this card into banish zone, right? Yeah. So you can play that from hand, banish that from banish the Banshee from hand. Now you will be resetting your rune chance if you already had them, but you just have to build them back up. So that is where my ideas lie with this card. It's really going to be so dependent on what Vincent does, which we don't know, but it's still very cool design. I think it would be worth considering in some chain blitz decks if you can make the rune chance, which I know that you like to do. And yeah, I think the card's very cool. So what are your takes?
Yeah, so first off, this is not a 0 for 10. I want to say this right now. If you want to think about cards that are 0 for numbers that are bigger than 4, look at the card Amplify the Arknight. That card is a 0 for 9. And that card can be played from hand. It card is spooky. It's amazing in Viscerai. It's amazing in a lot of decks. It's a popper. But think about the versatility of playing a card from hand versus playing a card from banish. If you have this in your banish zone on that turn, you have 3 rune chance, you can play it, and great. That's 0 for 10. Great, awesome. However, you think about the turn before that. If it was still in your banish zone, you lost a life. If you took a turn playing a Read the Runes the turn before, you didn't present damage that previous turn. So as far as dealing damage over time, this is technically a 0 for 10, but you could deal more damage in different ways. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different ways that you can end up with 3 rune chance on your turn. And I think that what will be really fun to see is how people get creative with getting 3 X number of rune chance. I mean, this is probably a rare, right? So if we think about it from the concept of like this is a rare, so what does a majestic look like? What are the 1 cost rune gate cards? The real scary ones are going to be the 1s and 2s, because stuff like Runeblood Incantation, Reduced to Rune Chant, even like the Spellblade Strike, Spellblade Assaults of the world. These are the cards that are going to be really more powerful out of the grave, out of the banish zone, because three rune chants is a lot, like you were talking about. Like, I saw some people on Twitter were saying, "Oh, you just go Mordred Tide into Storm and Gloomveil, and one Mordred Tide Storm and Gloomveil doesn't make any rune chants outside of Viscerai." So that doesn't work. But if Vincent has ways to make rune chants, great, awesome. But I have a feeling it might be something like, if you play a card on your opponent's turn, make a rune chant. So that way, if you're doing like a defense reaction or something, she's basically like, how like she's in that like Iron Maiden looking thing poking out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if it's something like that? I could see it being a really interesting control shell that I'd be very excited to play, because playing cards on your opponent's turn is easy, right? But if you think about when you'd be able to attack, it's on your turn. So playing all your defensive cards would be able to make rune chants, and then being able to play this out of the banish zone would be really interesting. And I'm looking mainly towards cards right now, like Reduced to Rune Chant, like I said, defense reaction that makes a rune chant, puts it onto the battlefield, so you're able to attack, right? Like attacking with Flail of Agony, letting that hit, having a rune chant, and then starting your next turn with a rune chant from Runeblood Incantation, playing a defense reaction at some point. There's a lot of ways, right? But it's a lot of setup. And, I don't know. I think people need to calm down a little bit, because this card is awesome. I lost my mind when I saw the text Rune Gate, because it's it's a free effect, but we don't know it. We don't know enough right now. But I will say.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, you finish your thought.
I was to say, like, if you're gonna try and build this deck, I see a lot. Like, you're gonna be playing like 9 Reduced to Rune Chants to be able to make this work. And in order to play Reduced to Rune Chant, you have to have a rune chant to play it for free. So it's a lot of, like, you have to do a lot of trade-offs for decks that aren't Viscerai.
Yeah, and one thing that I think maybe gets overlooked is, so you have to build up these rune chants, right, to be able to even play it out, and all the while you're doing that, like, this Banshee is chilling your Banish Zone with Blood Debt.
Yep.
Right? So it is imperative that you get this card out, because it will kill you, right? So like, it probably is going to be something where you have to build an efficient turn where that you don't have to take Blood Debt, or you only have to like take 1 Blood Debt for the turn, just by like setting up. First, Kaz in chat does a really cool quote, which I want to know what it's from. It might have been from something that we already saw, but I just don't remember. As he is forced to rise once again, defend his long-forsaken tomb, he longs for the sweet release of death's embrace. I'm not sure what that's from, but if you can light us, that's very cool. And DM says, flail with go again into Read the Runes Past turn, next turn into this. Yeah. That's the base. I mean, if something's giving the flail go again, I could definitely see that kind of coming to fruition. So very cool.
So another interesting thing you could do, something with creepers. Obviously, I'm always doing something with creepers. But if you play like a Rune Flash, or you play like a Storm and Gloomveil, you could play Read the Runes off of creepers, and then be able to play this out of Banish Zone after you've got something with go again. So definitely a lot of options. I definitely think creepers are going to be a huge deal for this hero. Just being able to Read the Runes at instant speed is going to be really huge.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was from Amplify the Arknight. I didn't know. I mean, surprised you didn't know, Gary. I thought you were a Runeblade guy.
I only have the first edition ones, so I don't really on there.
All right, let's relax. Let's relax, Gary. But no, a lot of cool stuff with this set. I mean, just like in this little taste that we got, right? And pretty excited for it. Now let's move on to the main topic, the main show. So
the main topic tonight, pretty
interesting. This global leaderboard. A lot of Mikes, right?
Yeah.
You got Michael Hamilton, Michael Fang. I'm gonna butcher this next one, Michael Jasker. No, a lot of these other ones I'm a little surprised by. Chuck McGinnis, I obviously know, is a great player. So basically, Gary looked at the global leaderboards and thought it was funny that there was 3 Michaels on the top, and we thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a draft of Michaels. So we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna be taking. So do you want first pick, or should we pick the Flesh and Blood players first? Or are we just going straight Michaels in?
I think it's the world of Mike. You know, like, you know, if there's a Mike in it, maybe a Michael. You know, we've got 10 Mike, we got 9 Mikes and a Chuck on that list. But this is like in the world. Like if we could draft 5 Mikes to a team. This is like cookies with cookies, but we're drafting Mikes.
But we're drafting Mikes. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Yeah, you take the first pick then, buddy.
Yeah, so I thought a lot about this one. You know, when I was on the clock, I really had to get in the books. And I think my first pick is going to be Mike from Mike and Ike. I wish I could bring Ike along for the ride here, but you know, Mike's really putting in the work, and there was some time there where Ike went on hiatus, and I really like the dedication that Mike has for, you know, that partnership and that company. So I think Mike from Mike and Ike would make a great leader on the team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Mike and Ike's are not my favorite candy. I prefer their more refined and exciting cousin, the Good and Plenty.
I knew you were going to say that, and you know what? I'm glad they're not in the roster here, because otherwise you'd be, you know, we'd have blows, but you
know. So that's a great first pick. I'm going to my childhood here, right? Okay. So funny story for the buds. I don't know if I know how to spell Michael. That should have been Michael Jordan. So
okay,
when
not B.
The Chicago Bulls player turned, I think, Orlando Wizards or Magic, Orlando Magic maybe, or maybe he played for the Runs. So fun little story for the buds. When I was in 2nd grade, we had a pen pal, and nobody knew who the pen pal was. And I told myself, I was asking these specific questions. I basically said, "Oh, you are Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's our pen pal." I started asking questions, and whether they were right or not, I was like, "Oh, this is something Michael Jordan would answer." And eventually, the person said, "I have a son named Tom," and I was like, "No way." I was like, "What is going on here? Michael Jordan's my dad?" I wholly believe that Michael Jordan, the NBA basketball player of Space Jam fame, was my father, right? And I gotta say, when my mom walked through the door when we met the pen pal, I was livid. Because I was like under the impression for like weeks, dang, I can't, what am I gonna do at my first Bulls game? You know, what's gonna go on here? Like, and yeah, but I miss you, Dad.
You know, it's really funny that you bring up this pen pal story, because now I'm not gonna take this mic, but on the top 10 of Flesh and Blood mics, there was a Michael Keaton on that list.
Yeah.
And in New Girl, there's a pen pal story about Michael Keaton, who's about how he's Schmidt's real dad. But I'm not gonna take Michael Keaton. But I think you need to look. I think you need to look up Michael Keaton pen pal on Google, because you might have just your brain. You might have lost. You might lose it.
Yeah. What's your second pick?
Yeah. So this one, I was thinking about it for a while. You know, I was hoping you weren't going to take them. Now, good to know that Michael Jordan's off the list. You know, that was going to be a high pick, but
for sure.
I think I'm going to go Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. Okay.
Yeah, Michelangelo. And you know, I'm thinking turtles.
Oh, the turtle.
Yeah, because he's always down to party.
Wait a
You know.
second. Is there a different Michelangelo or?
Yeah. I'm thinking Michael. Orange bandana.
For sure.
He's famous for liking pizza and just being a general party dude. That's what we really need for this team's atmosphere.
Sorry, let me just because we need to have this kind of recorded.
Yeah, very very important.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I'm actually a little bit jealous. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are just they're just dudes hanging out. They're pretty rad, if you ask me. Oh man, my number 2 though, and I this is a little tough, right? Number 2 is a pretty tough spot because it's still going to be a starter, right?
Right.
On the team. I'm going to go with no, I can't do another sports guy, but all right, I'm going to do another sports person. Mike Wazowski.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Obviously not sports, but I kind of like a monster.
Yeah.
Right? I know it sounds crazy, but and I love Billy Crystal, not gonna lie. So
he's great. Billy Crystal's awesome.
He's great. And then I always think about the one character is Mike Wazowski, and that's just it just makes me happy. So I'm going Mike Wazowski at number 2.
Yeah, that's a great pick. Honestly, I should have taken him earlier. I knew he was going to be taken early in the rounds. So for my third pick here, this is tough, right? Because on the team, you really need somebody who's crafty, who's creative, who can really come up with a lot of good creative situations and get you out of them. So for that, I'm going to have to go with Michael from Michaels.
Okay.
Just because if we have Michael on the team, he's an innovator. He's got a lot of capital, so if we need to raise that salary cap, we can really get in there. And he's got a lot of fabric options.
Sure.
So we can do some different team jersey mock-ups. A lot of creativity with that Michael.
Absolutely. I've been a fan of Michael's craft store for a long time, and that's a really big get for your team here of Michael's and Mike's and Michelangelo's. Michael Myers, Kaz says the killer to make sure that we know, not the not Austin Powers and Shrek, is a great pick. And I wish I don't want to steal Kaz's. I want to go completely. I want a murderer on my team. That's a good point. Geez, God, I don't know why. Like, I was looking at Michaels all day, and now I'm like blanking on Michaels.
You're on the clock. The pressure's on.
Okay.
We're off the dome here.
How about this? All right. He's been Alfred. He's been in a lot of other movies. It's Michael Caine, and he is just
solid pickup, honestly.
Just a solid pickup, and I'm gonna write how he would say it here. My cocaine. Yeah. So if you ever want to know how to say Michael Caine in the accent that Michael Caine uses, just say my cocaine. And it's pretty spot on, to be honest. Let me bring this over so we can kind of see that. Oh yeah. Boom. Michael Bolton. That's another great one. What's at number 4?
Oh, I was gonna take Michael Bolton. Oh. All right. I gotta think. I can't. The chat's blowing up here. I love Michael Bolton's a snap pick. Honestly, just
thank you, Az.
Just because of the great comedy duo that partnership they did with the Lonely Island. You know, he just fantastic. My next pick, honestly, if I can't take Michael Bolton, I'm taking George.
George
Michael.
George Michael. The singer.
You know, yeah, from Wham. You know, Careless Whisper. We need some entertainment on the team here.
So I mean, that's a great pick, and you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Michael Bolton and George Michael has given me an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you picked George Michael the singer, not George Michael from the hit show Arrested Development. Right, that's his name in the show.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm taking Michael. Oh, jeez, Michael Bolton from Office Space, which is one of the greatest bits ever in a movie. I just love that movie anyway, but it is. Sorry, let me just make this a little bit smaller. I don't know how it's working, but yeah, it just is awesome. And you know, everybody's like, "Oh, what's your favorite Michael Bolton song?" And he says, you know, I had to say all of them because it was people that was trying to fire him. And then also one of my favorite jokes is, "Why should I have to change my name? He's the talentless hack." But yeah, what's your last pick? This is a big one.
Yeah, this is a big one, and I'm actually really surprised he hasn't been taken yet.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, like, you know, looking at the list from Twitter, I'm taking Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Because dude's hot.
Oh,
dude is like a get for the team. Honestly, like, you know, he can play a villain, he can play a hero, he can be whoever you want him to be. and he, even though he's got the same name as your first pick, we all know when we add that B, but that we're not thinking about and the original Michael Jordan, and he's not even B list, you know, but it's just that B, the B defines him, but he is not the B.
He is not. Know? And you know, I think it's a great pick. He's one of the hottest up and coming actors in the game right now.
Easily hot, like if we had a draft of like the hottest actors next week, Michael B. Jordan, early pick.
I mean, this is going to be my last pick is going to be pretty controversial. Now, now I have to preface this that this pick is for his art, not the other stuff. It is Michael Jackson. Because I think we can all agree he did some not great things, but
yeah,
Thriller is honestly, really something.
Honestly, Halloween hit.
So I mean, it is scary. There's a lot to be scared of, but
yeah, man, this is a good list here. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised that, you know, Michael B. Jordan didn't make your list, but you know, I see your order and I see where you went.
Yeah, you know, I obviously appreciate sports, monsters.
Yep. Wow, Mike Tyson undrafted.
I know.
Oh wow.
I'm going off the wall. Wow, I took Michael Jackson over Mike Tyson. That's actually scary. I don't know, but I already took a sports person, right? I took sports. I took monster /
two artists.
Two artists. No, I took
musical artists.
I took one is the character from Office Space, so comedy.
Oh, right.
So I picked the 5 main groups of Michaels, right?
Got it.
Sports, cartoon, British, funny,
yeah,
singer, and not the other stuff.
Yes, for his art.
For his art. And you took Candy, Turtle, Chain Store,
Craft Store Mogul,
Singer, and a hot dude who's also an actor.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Jersey Mike going undrafted?
I almost took it. Not gonna lie. I had him on the phone. Man. But it was, it was tight, and I think we have a pretty good, pick there. That was a lot of fun, though. I hope people enjoyed it. I know it wasn't super flesh and bloody, but it was nice to kind of acknowledge that there's 3 Michaels at the top of the. Was that Elo?
Yeah, that was Elo.
Global Elo, which is pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Like 3 Michaels. Like, what the heck?
I don't know why I didn't take Chuck McInnes.
Yeah.
But, better luck next year, Chuck. Chuck's going pretty strong, though, into free agency. And, I hope that is very beneficial for you. Question: what kind of creature will Flesh and Blood's first anthropomorphic animal hero be? Gary, what does that mean? Patrick Shaw. Pat Shaw says, I didn't think I'd be sitting on my computer at night and witness the actual reaching the pinnacle of highbrow podcasting. Well, we did it, Pat.
We did.
Stick around.
Stick around. Maybe you'll learn something.
Like, comment, subscribe. But no, what is?
So, anthropomorphic is like an animal as a human. So like almost not personified, but like an anthropomorphic is like an animal personified. Yeah. Personified, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question.
I think wolf.
Yeah.
A lot of claws.
I mean, the wolf is going to be a big seller. I have this awful feeling.
Honestly.
Honestly, I want to see a crocodile, dude. I think
dragon.
Not even a dragon, crocodile.
No, but I think a dragon. Would be
dragon makes sense. Although, like, I feel like it kind of clashes. Oh, like Ninja Turtles. Turtle. What have we got? Oh my God.
What if we got Michelangelo?
What is Kadachi's on a turtle? Oh man, that would be so sweet. That's
Leonardo, baby.
That's a great point, Greg. So we keep him around. But yeah, I don't know.
I think we'd probably get a wolf or like a werewolf.
A shrimp. God, a prawn. Oh, it's a lot like the movie District 9. That'd be pretty neat. Well, we're just over an hour here. Do you want to look at the deck, or do you want to say our goodbyes? We can
look at the deck real quick. Actually, I think I might actually switch it back to Shadow Runeblade after some of this rune gating stuff.
Sure.
But I think it's interesting to think about Briar in this way. So I want to talk about it for the people that care about Runeblade stuff.
Sure. Let me make sure I can make it.
Yeah, throw that browser up.
Because everything was different sizes today.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing that we believe here is that browsers come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. It's all you.
Yeah. So this is a version of the Blitz deck I've been working on with basically just Viserai and Blitz because we can't play Viserai and Blitz. So think about every rune chant making card in the game in a deck. That's what this is. My friend Rose Smith, you might know, battle hardened winner and top 8s everything she decides to play in. She and I love to just take heroes off the rails. TCG trademark.
Shout
out Pat. And we decided that we would try this in the Briar deck without Carrion Husk and without Soul Reaping because she was playing the list a bit and she found that Carrion Husk is awesome, as we all do. But in the long game, the Carrion Husk actually ends up killing you when something like Tunic would be really helpful for playing like attacking with a weapon, or playing a Blessings of the Occult, or maybe playing a Runeblood incantation. Again, going to be really important for when you think about building Vincent. So we switched it into Briar because Briar is really great at giving one attack go again if you are able to play 2 non-attacks in a turn. And that's actually really possible in a list like this because there's a lot of non-attacks that have go again, like the Runeblood incantations. I've also put in Sifts, This Round's on Me, and Whisper because they're good blues, which helps your wizard matchup. But also they can be pitched as a blue for anything that you need it for, and perhaps into Grasp. But they also can block 4 if you activate Briar's on hit ability with her earth, what's it called? The earth embodiment. So the plan here is early on in the game, you're trying to play a non-attack with an attack with another 2 non-attacks in a turn. At some point, you're trying to play a Runeblood incantation into a Blessings of the Occult or a Sift into something else. So that way you have this essentially a soul shackle, right? Like what I was doing with the chain deck. To give that first attack go again. It can be any attack, but you need to give that first attack go again so that way you can like kind of pop off and have this crazy turn. And it works actually really well in Briar because again, you're playing more blues. And you see I am actually playing blue reduced to rune chant here. That was a Rose recommendation because it makes a rune chant and it still blocks 2. So more ways to make rune chants, the better. Better ways to deal with the wizard because Chain was having a hard time dealing with wizard. Yeah, this is just a very interesting way to build Briar. It's not necessarily Guardian Briar. It's Guardian Briar with like a plan, an OTK plan. Still makes 30 to 35 rune chants in a game. Still can pop off just the same way. You know, Meet and Greet's a great card. But the way that you're building this deck is to sit on that embodiment. Very different than a lot of other Briar decks. And you also get a lot of the same stuff that we did with the Chain deck, except you're able to just kind of sit on that embodiment without having to waste your deck into the Soul Shackle. So you can play a lot longer game.
So here's the question, Gary.
Yep.
Unlike Chain, you can currently make this a CC deck. Has that crossed your mind, or is there just too much time in a CC game? Got it.
Too much time. This is really meant to slow down all the warriors that dominate Blitz. Get them in a position where you are able to kill them. Because we know Blitz to be a really weird format where, you know, wizards are amazing and warriors are amazing, right? Brutes are also great too. But how do you deal with them, right? You gotta slow them down somehow. And this is basically just a bunch of D-reacts and ways to slow down the aggro decks. If you have a very wizard heavy Blitz meta, this isn't going to be a great deck because there's a lot of ways to do it to kill you. And also like Prism is awesome in Blitz, and this is also a bad deck into Prism. But I'm not highly recommending this, but it's just a different way to think about your deck. You know, starting your turn with more rune chants is going to be really important with Vincent. So just when you're thinking about building these Shadow Runeblade decks, you know, think about how can I get a rune chant at the start of my turn without playing a card.
Yeah, and this seems to be like a nice little blueprint for maybe what we assume Vincent will do, and which also makes me a little bit worried about Vincent in Classic Constructed, right? Depending on what Vincent does and what else is printed in support, because you know. It's worth noting that this is a what the hell do you call it? A supplemental set, and we're not gonna get just a slew, like a huge slew of new Runeblade cards because they're gonna have to split it up somewhat. So, very exciting. I like the deck, and I like you, Gary.
Oh, thanks, Tommy.
Yeah. Do you have tell us your meal of the week and where people can find you?
Yes, you can find me at Mr. Viz on Twitter. You can also find me at Pittsburgh in 2 weeks. It's gonna be a great time. Hope to see you there. The Pittsburgh Brawl. Gonna hang out with all the Yinzer buds. Can't wait to see them. For me, my meal of the week. So on Saturday I had my armory at the shop that I work at, and we went to the deli, the famous 4th Street Delicatessen. You're probably familiar with that place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got a giant ass turkey sandwich. It was there. When I say giant ass, I mean like BBL, like giant ass turkey sandwich. And it was like this big. Barely fit in the takeout container with the little flag. It was great. Got some homemade with the little pickle, with some pickled stuff in it. Thousand Island Russian dressing. They make a great Russian dressing there. And the latkes, the potato pancakes, just too good. Absolutely too good. A latke with applesauce. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. So good. And for takeout on the way out, they have the best desserts. I got a giant slice of cake.
I like a big slice of cake. That's for sure. I'll tell you that for free. Oh wait, where do people? Oh, you already said where do people find you? You did in the opposite order. My meal of the week is not really much. I didn't have anything really. I went out to dinner with my mother on Sunday, and we got sushi, and it was very good. We waited a very long time, but that's okay. More time to chat with mommy, and it was cool. I don't see my mom that often. She lives in Florida, so she came up as they have a wedding to attend next week. So it was nice. It was just a chill, nice dinner, chat with my mom. But you can continue to find me at Fresh Buds Pod on Twitter. Fresh and Buds, the flagship podcast of this channel, is humming and dinging. And tomorrow we have Alex Norville from LSS, and we're joined by him, and it was a real blast. And I can't wait for the folks to listen to it. And check out the Buds Discord. It's a great place to be. Check out the Patreon. It helps, and it's awesome. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great week, and see you soon.
Bellow.
Hello, bellow, bellow.
Bellow.